Alright, YouTube, what's up? This is UltraMarcus28. You probably don't even remember me, it's been so long. I told you I was going to do Transformers reviews, and I just never got around to doing any videos anymore. I do have editing software, but don't expect to be seeing a lot of that. Um, so we're just going to take it, day to day, so I don't make any promises and look like an asshole anymore. So let's get back with the old school and look at Armada Deluxe. Well, what is it? Deluxe Con Hotshot. So, I mean, there's no other Hotshot in Armada except for the repaint, but it's the same toy. So first of all, I accidentally started this review of him in robot mode. So we'll again play it by ear. I want to talk about how I'm missing a couple of things. I'm missing a missile, which would be right here, and I'm also missing an engine block gun. So I apologize for that, but I think you guys will be okay. He's not exactly the most popular toy, but then again, he's not from the most popular line, so whatever. Here's Jolt. Jolt's one of my favorite minicons. He just looks really good. Let me let you actually see him. He doesn't have a lot of articulation, as most minicons are, but he's unlike most minicons, he's a pretty good standalone toy. Granted, I would only pay about 10 cents for him, but whatever. You might ask what this black stuff is. My brother liked to ruin a lot of toys of mine. Thankfully, I managed to keep this from garage sale-itis. So basically, whatever toys I have from back then, like, Cheetor and Rhinox, if they'd be very lucky not to be ruined by my brother if they weren't already sold. So back to the review. He has these propellers which will spin in this mode, which is a plus, I guess. It's a blessing in disguise, really. I really like just, whoop-de-doop-a-doop-a-doo. He doesn't have any head articulation, which is pretty standard with minicons. His arms do have the potential to do a 360, but these will hinder it, but it's not a big deal since they spin anyway. They're kind of on a ball joint. As you can see, they kind of do a little shimmy. The legs, they can go up to here and back to here, and then do the see, that's pretty far, and do the transformation. The hinge right here can bend the knee all the way up, so it's pretty neat. Let's transform them while we're talking about it. First of all, you're going to flip this chest piece, which I really like. It really suits him. And then you're going to flip the arms, and you're going to bend the knee. Actually, you might as well clip these in now. It'll probably be easier. And then you're going to bend the knee. And you got a pretty convincing helicopter. Looks really nice. He's got the painted windshield, and I guess I don't know what they would be storing there. Maybe it's a fuselage. I'm not really good with my terminology, so for all I know, the fuselage is the rear wheel, but I'm pretty sure that that's what that is. That was a pretty big exaggeration. There's some molding on the propeller. Looks really nice. And again, I apologize for this black stuff that's on there. And there's really no other paint on him. His head does stick through there, but whatever, really. You see this little circle? We'll show you that right now. If you don't know what a minicon does, they stick on Transformers, and yeah, that's what these little pegs are for. He has a pretty unique gimmick, which kind of sucks, but I'll show you when we go more in depth on actual Hotshots robot mode, starting now. First of all, he has really shoddy articulation. He doesn't have any head articulation. His arms really can only go here and here. He has a bicep swivel, which is pretty awful. As you can see, it kind of, yeah. I do like the way his hands are sculpted, but because they're in this, at least they changed the color, which is more than they can say for some other toys these days. And the elbow bend is a pretty significant 90 degree. He has a what looks to be a ball jointed hip, so he can go up to here, he can go back to there, he can go out here. Let me move this out of the way, out that far, but you would have to have his arm like that, or bent really. And then his knee is also ball jointed. He's got not very far there. He can also bend forward slightly and a little bit of a pivot. No foot articulation. Now his gimmick is, well, also you can move his visor down, but that's more to suit his gimmick. You can take Jolt here and plug him onto his butthole, and it's best to go in at an angle like this, like kind of make sure that the propellers are out of the way, because when you push, it flips that cannon down. I'll move it back real quick and show you from this angle without dropping Jolt. Let me just get him set up again. Move the propeller out of the way so you can actually do it. And there we go. See, the missile there would be lodged in there and it would just automatically fire. There's no button to... Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing right now. Psych! But yeah, I don't have the missile, and you can see that he would have red hubcaps, but it's not there. So let's put that back and bring him into vehicle mode. Just click that in, and these are on a springy, but it doesn't affect his stability at all because of the transformation, and it's a gimmick really. So yeah, flip those in, peg the front of the car there, and you can see where it's going already. You're gonna flip his arms like this, bring him in like he's naked and he's trying to hide himself from the public, because everybody knows how the paparazzi's after the most popular Transformer these days. And then you close the door, which I always liked as a play feature, and then the last touch is you just put that bad boy down, and then you have Hotshot in his alt mode. Now, I was talking about the feet are spring-loaded and it's part of the gimmick. If you were to have the engine block, you would put that down, and it would look pretty nice, and it would open the bumpers, and I'll show you what it looks like right now. I have to pretty much destroy the toy to see it. You can see that there's a saw blade. I always thought of it as like a bumper car, oh, get out of here kind of deal. It's not. It's painted, so you can kind of tell it's a saw, but whatever. I didn't want to bring up his Autobot logo there, since I would end up bringing it up twice. It's really nice. I always like the Armada logos. It's really bright red. So what if they didn't paint in the eye? It's sculpted, so it's the thought that counts, right? He has this nice little, I don't know what you would call that, because it's not like clear like the windows, so I guess it'll just be like a decal. Like it's actually painted, but like in a car decal. Like I said, the doors open, which is really cool. Overall, it's a really slick looking car mode. I like the headlights, the grille. You can see his head a little bit there, but that's not a big deal at all. Yeah. And in the cartoon, you would take Jolt, and he would go, yeah, Jolt, hump me or something. And you would peg him on, and then he would go super speed. It's actually just all the ecstasy that Hot Rod was on. So, with that, I think it's pretty safe to end the review right here. Oh, by the way, the drink of the day is Sprite from Steak and Shake. And if you are lucky enough to have Steak and Shake around you, bravo. Go right now. Bye.